Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today with a roundup of my favourite makes from 2024, starting with one of your favourites, everybody, the Roscoe Blouse by True Bias. So I say the Roscoe Blouse was one of your favourites because you guys went absolutely crazy for this pattern and the fabric when I shared this blouse with you earlier in the year. It's still available to buy on our website. We've ordered more of the fabric in as well, so you can still get both of those, and I will put links to everything below for you so you can jump on and find out more details about size charts and that sort of thing. But the Roscoe Blouse pattern I absolutely love. I love this version that I made. I took part in a big charity event, the Big Sew Off last month, I think that was, or I can't remember. It was very recently anyway, and we sewed to raise money for charity. Thank you to everybody who supported us. But I decided to sew the Roscoe Blouse for that because it was such a simple sew, and you can also make a dress version of it as well. So I made the blouse version, which has got a gathered neckline. It's finished with a bias binding and these cute ties, and then it's got a V at the front, which is just finished with a very simple facing at the back. It's got these lovely full sleeves, which are, I think they're a raglan sleeve, so they're kind of easier to sew than a set-in sleeve, and then they're just gathered as well into a narrow, very narrow little cuff, which is the same width as the binding at the hem. And then it's a lovely loose fit as well, so I like to tuck mine into my jeans, but actually it's a really loose fit, and it's quite a nice long length as well, which I like because that's great for tucking in. But if you're somebody who likes to wear things out, that just gives you an idea of what that looks like there as well. But all of those things make it really easy to sew and wear and easy to fit as well, which is why I love it so much. It's also why I made it for the big sew off, because I just thought, well, anybody, lots of different people could wear this blouse and it would still fit them because it is roomy and it is easy. And I just think you can use a really pretty fabric like this one to really show it off because it is such a simple blouse, and I just love the sort of peasant style of it. The dress has got a ruffle hem round it, and again it's a very sort of loose fit and looks really lovely in things like a sandwash silk or like a nice linen viscose blend, possibly for summer. But I do want to make this blouse again, so it'll be the third time I've made it. We've just had some beautiful fabric godmother fabrics in, and I think I quite fancy making a wintry one with this beautiful fabric with the leopards on it. It's got this gorgeous black and blue background and then these really cute pink leopards on it, and I just thought, oh, that would make a really nice version for the autumn winter. The next favourite make is the Tommie Jeans Skirt by Arc Patterns. So I made this fairly recently. It's a classic denim midi skirt. If you watch the full review, you will have heard me say I probably should have sized up on the hips, possibly. I think I've just about got away with it, but I didn't check the measurements before I made it. What a rookie error, and I just assumed what size I was going to be. Luckily it worked out okay, but I think it is quite snug around the hips, but you know, I think I can get away with it, and it was a great project. I really love this skirt. You've got the fly front zip, the button, the waistband, all those classic denim features, the pockets, you've got a vent at the front and lots of opportunities for top stitching details, and then on the back you've got a yoke and the patch pockets. So yeah, I just think this is a really versatile skirt. I'm really pleased that I made sort of a simple wardrobe staple because I tend to be a bit of a magpie. I get drawn to all the pretty prints and things, and I do like making things in those, but it was good this year to make a few sort of wardrobe staples as well, and this is definitely one of them. In the original review video I showed you lots of different ways you could style it. I'll try and remember to pop links to all the original review videos below, and you'll find the links to buy the patterns and the fabrics below as well, so do jump on our website and check those out. But you know, you can easily dress this skirt up. I wore it with like a crisp white shirt and a pair of high-heeled knee-high boots and a leather jacket, and that gave it definitely a more dressed up look. But then you can also dress it down with jumpers, flat shoes, pumps, trainers, you know, lots of different ways to wear it. It was a lot of fun to make. I love top stitching, and I did a tutorial all about top stitching as well, so I'll try and remember to pop a link to that below, but it is on the channel if you want to look that up. We do all the top stitching threads and things to get really good results on that on our website as well. But yeah, just a fun project to sew. I would say it's definitely more of a sort of intermediate to advanced projects, intermediate probably, and style art patterns generally, their instructions aren't like massively explicit, I wouldn't say. So generally, like if you've got a bit of sort of dressmaking knowledge behind you, that's helpful with style art patterns. Having said that, they often do a really detailed sew along. I think they did one for this on their website, and that includes like colour photos and stuff, so there is lots of support there. And also I just love their designs. I think we've got over 100 of their patterns on our website, and I just think the designs are always really contemporary. And she does tend to design almost like a capsule wardrobe. She'll do a lot of separates and then pair them together on the pattern packet. So you can quite easily create a whole wardrobe with style art patterns. So definitely jump on and check those out. My next favourite make is the Closet Core Mile End sweatshirt. So I think I made this probably quite early on in the year, but I made it now lovely glittery sweatshirt fabric, which we've still got. It's a very subtle glittery effect on it. I made the mint green colour. We've got like a lovely dusky pink and a pale sort of baby blue as well. And then on the wrong side of the fabric, it's this gorgeous sort of loop back, or might not be loop back actually, but it's a French terry, so it's really lovely and soft on the other side, so it's really comfortable to wear. And yeah, I've just worn this sweatshirt absolutely loads. It's got this fun little tie at the front here, and there is another version. There's like a hoodie version with a V-neck that you can make as well. And then I think it's got a yoke across the back. Yeah, it's got a yoke across the back. It's got a seam down the sleeves. It's got a dropped shoulder, and it's just really comfortable. And this is an absolute firm favourite at the weekends for me. So like I was just saying, another sort of wardrobe staple really, just a lovely sweatshirt. But I just really love this pattern. I just love the fact that it was a sweatshirt with a twist, and there were all these cute details like the seam down the outside of the sleeve. It's got these diagonal seams coming up here from the waistband up to the underarm as well, and then it's got the yoke across the back, and it suggests that you do top stitching on all of those, which I did do, and I just really enjoyed doing that. As you know, I love a bit of top stitching. So yeah, it was just really fun to make. It came together really quickly. Again, lovely and easy to fit because you've got this drop shoulder. It's a boxy loose fit, so there's no worries there. I would have whipped mine up on my overlocker. I think I would have done most of it, yeah, on my overlocker. And yeah, just really nice and easy to wear, but you know, something that I reach for time and time again in my wardrobe. And I definitely would like to make that lovely hoodie version with the crossover wrap fronts as well. I thought that was really cute. And then I'm sure, yeah, they do, I can't remember what they're called, but they do the sweatpants or jogging bottoms and shorts to match the sweatshirts as well, and we stock those on our website as well, so I'll pop links to everything below and you'll find everything I'm talking about on our website. The next make is one that I made fairly recently. It's McCall's 8507, and I made the short version in this beautiful cotton leopard print fabric. I really love this dress. I said on the review video, it's a great dress because it's very easy to fit and it's easy to sew because it is just elastic channels around the waist to cinch it in there. So there's no buttons, no zips, no fastenings. It's elasticated around the neckline as well. You create a channel with bias binding there on the waist. You just do it by using there's a waistband piece, and then you use a facing on the back, and you just stitch 2 lines of stitching to create a channel and then feed the elastic through. So it's really easy, but I just love yeah, the way it fits. I love the way it was so easy to sew. The sleeves, again, elasticated hem on those, these cute little puff sleeves. And then you can also make a lovely full length version which is like a very Grecian feel. I think somebody said that on my review video. You can make a maxi version, and you can make it in things like nice sort of linen viscose mixes, or like double gauze or something like that for summer. I definitely would like to make one for summer. And you can also make a halter neck sundress version as well. So I'm sure that this will be one that I reach for again, just because it was so easy to sew, it was easy to fit. My top tip for fitting the elasticated waist, they always give you these like measure pieces, pattern pieces to measure your elastic against. It's another pattern piece to cut out, or even if you don't bother, even if you just leave it on the main tissue and you measure your elastic against it, I always find that it's massive. It's never the right size for me. So what I did with this, and what I do with lots of, whenever I'm using elastic really, is I just cut a length longer than that piece, or you leave it on the roll, to be honest, on the little roll that you buy. We sell packets of elastic on our site, you can buy them there, but I just leave it on the roll, feed it through, pull it through until I'm happy with the fit, and then snip the elastic. Obviously you need to leave yourself a little bit to overlap to stitch it together, but yeah, I just find that that is like the easiest way to get a good fit, rather than faffing around with those pattern pieces. The other thing I should mention about this dress as well, it is quite low at the front. It was supposed to be a lot lower. It would have come below my bra strap actually at the front if I'd have left it how it's intended, but what I did to alter that was I just pulled the two front pieces together and just hand sewed them together, and it's really neat. It's worked a treat. I could move it up to wherever I wanted it, and if you wanted to make it less low cut still, you could just pull those pieces together and do exactly what I did, and you can just adjust that neckline very easily to fit you and what you're happy with. So yeah, a great pattern, a great dress, something I will definitely be making again. My next favourite make is the Viki Sews Esther dress, which I made in this beautiful red viscose fabric. I just absolutely adore this dress. Obviously not wearing it much at this time of year, but in the summer I wore it loads. I just loved the style of the dress. I loved the fabric. I think this is long gone now. If we have got any left, it'll be on the website. But yeah, it's a fitted bodice. It's got bust darts and waist darts as well, and then it's just got a simple gathered skirt. I thought it was going to be more fitted than it is, but actually it kind of was relatively roomy, but I quite liked that actually once I'd finished it, because this is, for me, I'd wear it more as like a casual day dress a lot of the time. It's got lots of buttons and little buttonholes down the front there. I think there's about 17 buttons on it or something, which I whipped through with my trusty Husqvarna Viking Brilliant 75Q, because it comes with this really cool buttonhole foot that I absolutely love. So I just blasted through those in about half an hour. I think I did all of those. I just went for it. And then it's got these cute little cap sleeves. I'll turn the hem up there. Cute little cap sleeves that are gathered at the sleeve head. Yeah, just a really comfortable, easy to wear dress. The lovely square back line, neckline at the back as well as at the front, which I also really liked. And just, yeah, such an absolute joy to wear this dress. It's just so cool and comfortable in the summer. Yeah, I just really love it. I love the style of it. I love everything about it. Really enjoyed sewing it. Found it easy to sew and to make. Yeah, the fit was good on me. I sort of went off my body measurements when I chose the size, and that all worked out really well. So yeah, just a very pretty dress that I would definitely make again, that I found very easy to wear, and I really enjoyed sewing it too. And I remember as well the way it's finished inside. This lovely neckline is finished with a facing, and it's just really clever the way the facing shapes round the inside as well. It's like a lovely clean neat finish inside, which I really like. One of the things that I sort of wasn't 100% sure about though, the front side, the front edges are finished with quite a wide facing, and I found that that's a little bit I think it's wider than it needed to be, basically. I probably would make that a bit narrower next time, so it just goes beyond where the buttons and the buttonholes are. I think that would probably be a bit better because it's not top stitched down or anything. You do understitch it to keep it in place. But I think if I made this again, I probably would just make it a little bit narrower down that sort of front edge. But that's just being pernickety. You know, overall, I really love this dress. I loved wearing it and I loved making it too. And then finally, my final favourite make of 2024 was this Butterick waistcoat. It's Butterick 6901. And I'm absolutely thrilled that I made this, because this is the sort of trend that I sort of sit and watch from afar and think, oh, that's nice. Oh, I'd like one of those. Oh, I'd like to wear that. And then I just keep making the same things over and over again and you know, miss out really. I always say if there's a bell curve of a trend, very often I seem to be sort of at the very end of it somewhere. It takes me so long to get round to it. And I'm just really pleased with the waistcoat trend. That wasn't the case. And I just absolutely love this waistcoat. I just think it's so lovely. It's got pointed edges at the front. I've got it on with these dark jeans at the moment because the idea was originally that I'd make some matching linen trousers. I used our linen cotton fabric for this, by the way. You can find that on the website. I'll link it below with the pattern. But actually I haven't got around to making the linen trousers yet. So I did wear it. I wore it with like my light coloured jeans in the summer, but I've got it on with these dark ones now, so you might not be able to see, but there's lovely little points at the front on the waistcoat there. There's 2 false welt pockets on either side, and then it's the button down front. At the back there is a waist tie, and it's got darts that come up to the bust from the waist. And I just found the whole project delightful. It's lined as well, it's fully lined. I did a tutorial on how to bag out the lining and how to do that. I asked my good friend Anne, who worked at an opera house in the costume department, for her top tips, and she knew a great method for lining it. So if you're interested, do check out my other tutorials to see that. But you know, it was just one of those projects that was a lot of fun to make because I did do some different techniques and things. I was really pleased with the fit, and then I was just so pleased to have made something different and to be wearing it. And I think I could wear it in winter over shirts and things, but I do love the sleeveless look. I did wear it over a t-shirt in the summer as well, and I did really like that look. But I would definitely like to make more of these. I'd really love to make one in our gorgeous Duchess satin and then make some matching trousers. I just think it's a really nice alternative dressy outfit to wear other than dresses. So yeah, something to aim for in the future. I have all these ideas but just never enough time to make them all, but I'm really glad I got round to making this because I do absolutely love it, and it just reminds me of the 90s when I was young and I was into like Friends, and Monica and Rachel very often used to wear these waistcoats, and it just takes me back to that whole era and I just love it. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. Everything I mentioned and shared, it's all available to buy on our website. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter below as well, so if you haven't done that, please do. You'll get a healthy dose of sewing inspiration straight to your inbox, and if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.